Good morning everyone. My name is Mohammed Adnan and we are the students of class 7 and today we are going to perform the role of the local government. I am Aynan and I am going to give the introduction of this chapter. The name of the chapter is Nagarpalika Local Administration. First of all, Nagarpalika is a local government for cities and towns. It takes care of the people and provides facilities to the people who are living in these places. The local government in India is structured in two distinct levels. One is the rural and another is the urban. The urban local self-government includes metropolitan areas, cities and towns. Now Rehan Zainab will define what is metropolitan area.
Good morning, my name is Rehan Zainab from grade 7 and today I will tell you about metropolitan areas. The word metropolitan comes from a Greek word metropolis, which means mother city. Meta means mother and polis means city. A person who lives in metropolis or a city is also called as metropolitan. The Constitution 74 Amendment Act 1992 defines a metropolitan area of India as an area having a population of 10 lakh or more, comprising one or two districts or consisting of two or more municipalities. Now I will tell the names of four largest metropolitan areas of India. They are Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata and Chennai. Now Aynan will continue.
Now I am going to tell you about the historical evolution of the Panchayati Raj of the Nagarpalika. First of all, in the past the Mauryan rulers have came and they set up a committee of 30 members to govern their capital city, which was known as the Patliputra. Now after that period the Mughals came and they also continued that system of governance through people known as Kotwalas. Then next after that the modern system of the governance came into existence by the Britishers. Now what they did, they also made a organization for big cities of minimum population of around 5 lakhs and that organization was known as the Municipal Corporation. Now Municipal Corporation, it is a very big it's an organization which looks after the welfare of the people and provides facilities to the people who are living in cities. The main goal behind Municipal Corporation was to create awareness, responsibility, democracy, transparency.
I am Ann and today I am going to speak some lines on urban local self-government. The municipalities in the British rule favoured the colonial rulers. After independence, the 74th Amendment was passed that provided the formation of three-tier structure of the urban local self-government. The first tier of urban local self-government is Nagar Panchayat, second is Municipal Council and third is Municipal Corporation. First is Nagar Panchayat. Nagar Panchayat, it is set up in transitional areas. Transitional areas are those areas which are changing from rural to urban. Then it is Municipal Council. It is set up in small cities, towns or urban areas. Then it is Municipal Corporation. It is set up in large areas. Now, Varina will tell you some lines on Nagar Panchayat.
Good morning, I am Varina Amis from class 7 and today I am going to tell about Nagar Panchayat. A Nagar Panchayat is set up in a transitional area, that is an area changing from a rural to an urban type with a minimum population of 27,000. Such areas are not big enough to establish a municipal council. The Nagar Panchayat is divided into wards. The registered voters of each ward elect a representative which is known as the ward member. The chairman is the head of the Nagar Panchayat. The Nagar Panchayat is formed for a tenure means time period of 5 years. Development activities are taken up by the Nagar Panchayat.
Good morning everyone. I am Iman and I am going to tell you about Municipal Council. Municipal Council is a local self-governing body which provides efficient and basic facilities for people who live in small cities and towns. So if an area has minimum population of around 50,000, it's said to be under the surveillance of the Municipal Council. As we all know that all the local governing bodies are divided into wards and each ward has its own member. Likewise, Municipal Council is also divided into wards and each ward has its own member. So what if we want to elect a member for ward, we have to be 18 years or above of age. And if we ourselves have to be the member of that ward, we have to be 21 years or above of age. So Municipal Council has a lot of members like councillors, commissioners, health officers and etc.
Good morning, myself Pasim Nawaz and today I am going to be talking about councillors which comes under the Municipal Council. A councillor, also known as a council member, is a person who is elected or appointed to represent a particular area or a community on a municipal, local or national government council. function of the councillor include representing the interest of the constitution, making decisions on behalf of the community, setting policies and priorities for the council.
I am Irfan. Today I will tell you about Elderman, the councillor nominate respected citizen who possesses special knowledge or experience of municipal governance are known as Elderman.
Greetings, myself Abrar Manzoor from grade 7, and today I am here to acknowledge you about the roles of the chairperson in the municipal council. So, the municipal chairperson is the political head of the council. The chairperson and members are directly elected, and the elected ward members can elect and choose the chairman. The deputy chairperson is indirectly elected from among the councillors. The chairperson is elected to preside over and conduct meetings, and the functions of the chairperson are to watch over the financial and executive administration of the council and to direct in case of any emergency. Thank you.
Hi, I am Sadiq and today I will tell you about the Commissioner. Commissioner is a government post which is appointed by the state government from the Indian Administrative Service or Provincial Civil Service to head the administrative staff of the municipal council and supervise the acts and proceedings of the municipal officers. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Saidbala and I am from class 7 and I am going to tell you about the municipal corporation. A municipal corporation is also called Nagar Nigam. It is a local self-government of large towns and cities with a minimum population of 5 lakhs. It is elected for the term of 5 years. However, if it does not function properly, it can be dissolved before its term. So the compositions of municipal corporations are wards, the general council, mayor, deputy mayor, alderman, CEO.
My name is Shafia and today I am going to tell you about mayor. The elected members of the general council elect a mayor and the deputy mayor. Mayor is the chief executive officer of the STI. He is also known as the first citizen of the STI. Mayor presides over the meetings and looks after the corporation. He is assisted by executive officer. His or her tenure of office varies from state to state. Usually it is of 1 year.
My name is Ramlal. Today I will tell you about deputy mayor. In the absence of mayor, the deputy mayor performs his responsibilities. Myself, Farid Ahmed Khan. Today I will tell you about CEO. The chief executive officer of the municipal corporation is known as municipal commissioner. He or she is appointed by the state government and acts as the link between the municipal corporation and the state government. The primary function of the commission is to implement the decisions taken by the various committees of the corporation.
Good morning everyone, myself Badri Anguli. Today I will tell you about functions of municipal corporation. Development and maintenance of public parks and gardens, development of zoos, museums and picnic resorts, providing public transport service. Now I will tell you about mandatory functions: public health, public amenities, public education, public security.